Hey y'all, it's me, Ren, back again for another adventure. And we are playing Root with Robot, and we've got our new delightful little meeples that we can play with.
Yep, like me. Wait.
Huzzah!
Oh, there he goes.
There he goes. Yeah, he does a little talkie. It'll be a little delayed if you're watching on the stream.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm silly.
I'm
Anyway,
making my tweet.
sorry.
It's all right. I'm making my tweet here because I still haven't figured out how to set up my automated tweet on this particular OBS thing.
Okay.
I'm sure there's a way, but it just means I gotta do it, and it helps when I've already started. There she go. Come see me and Root play. Nope. Come see me and Robot play Root now with more animal. What are we? What are we? They're not, I don't want to call them tunes, but that's the only freaking word that's popping in my head right now. Avatars. Avatars. I would never call them tunes. There we go. All right, so that's all taken care of now. Ha cha cha. Why is that happening? Okay. All right, we got all this stuff. We got this stuff. It's really a hoot
You.
because it looks
Hoot.
like it's like logged in as ah. Hot dog. All right. So we are going to do.
Well, hang on.
Okay.
Hang on. I'm. I am creating the game.
Oh,
So
awesome.
what are the parameters that we are looking for?
Um, what do.
Oh, hang on. There's another thing we need to do. Oh, dude. Oh, here we go.
Are we going to
Oh,
become
what's
friends?
you should message me your email for Direwolf.
Oh.
Yeah, we have to be friends.
Oh,
Okay.
we can't be friends.
Well, we don't have to be friends. There's no reason we shouldn't be. It'll just make things easier.
It will.
So then we can click on each other and stuff. Click on you.
I'll click on you.
Where are you sending it? What or my for my information?
On your fetchy book
Okay.
thing. I'm posting it to your Facebook wall now.
Yeah, I get you.
Oh, la, la,
Nice.
la, la, la.
Allows me to copy and paste and continue to remember to not say it out loud. Okay. La 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 la. Although that's your
It is the official, but it's only
yeah,
on some stuff. It's not like out there
gotcha.
for people to talk to me.
Invitation sent.
If y'all want to talk to me, check out my Twitter, adventure_Ren, with the at where the at goes. You know.
You know where the at
You know
goes.
where the at goes, and it doesn't go at me.
Where it's at. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I'm learning. I apologize for this period. I'm going to have to figure out how to get closed captions when I have somebody on Discord chat as well. So, y'all, if anybody does end up using the closed captions on this, I apologize. You'll only see my words this time,
Oh no.
not robots. You'll have
My
to
words are
guess.
so good.
I really love your little man.
Me too. They're both great.
Well, and I'm pleased. I'm pleased with the level of peekaboo for what's going on, like
Nice.
underneath the frame, because you're
Have you
like,
accepted
is that a
have you
knife?
have you accepted my friend invite yet?
uh, no.
Give me 1 second. Alright. You see that little yellow dot? Nope. Go back.
Hmm?
Hit back.
Back,
Hit back.
back. Oh,
Nope. Bottom left.
oh, bottom left.
See the yellow there you go.
Okay. Oh, it made a little trumpet noise. You're loud. Oh, I gave you a nickname because I didn't want to blast you, but all right. It's okay. Did I?
Oh,
It did.
that doesn't matter. I don't really think there's any online Root players who hate me, and if they do, I'd be I'd be shocked but pleased if they randomly happen to be people who
Yo, look in
enjoy your show.
chat.
Oh, Nap Daddy!
Oh, dip.
Holy crap!
Nice.
That's great timing.
Hooray.
Great timing.
Hooray. Okay, so then.
Hooray for a cousin.
Do.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Okay, stay where you are. Give me 1 second. So now, oh my lord. Okay. So what are the parameters of the game that you want, honey?
I think there should be at least one player who's
Okay.
not us.
Hang on. Give me 1 second. I
Okay.
need to. Alex Crosswords just opened up a async, and I want to jump in that. But don't worry. That won't do anything. I can take that turn whenever. All right. So I'm gonna create game, and you said what now?
I want at least one other player that's not us.
We're gonna do 2 other players that's not us then.
Okay.
They're pretty dumb and bad, but it will help mitigate. Because I really don't want it to just be 1-1 me coming at you.
Exactly.
Are you interested in the wrinkle of the different deck, or do you just want to stick with the one that you've known so far?
Oh, yeah, that's fine. It was fun. It was fun to see you, Nap Daddy. It's exciting whenever anybody shows up in chat and says something, but especially when it's someone where I'm like, I know them. They're real. They're not just a little computer person who, I don't know.
He jumped in. He got the alert and he came on in. So thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. And this game is super cute. I really like the electronic version. All right. So you did something on your side.
Well, hang on.
Oh, yes. I want to stay with the simple decks to start with because I haven't done any tutorials. I'm going to buy the expansions and stuff at some point, but I want to get the game.
None of and that's great, and we'll stick with the standard deck. None of the tutorials show you the Exiles and Partisans deck, actually.
Oh.
So here's what's let me double check everything. I've unchecked random. I've checked async, so we have basically no time limit. The AIs are going to be medium, but don't be worried about that.
Don't be scared.
Auto map, normal map, standard deck, all factions available. That's fine. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and ban. Because I'm going to put them on random selection, but I'm going to ban having a second vagabond for us. All right.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Let me get everything else. Okay, so second player slot is open. Who are you feeling that you would like to play? Because you'll get to select, and then
I feel like I'm feeling the Woodland Alliance or the Cat. I'm the most comfortable with them.
Woodland Alliance or Cat. Do you have like any kind of lean within those two?
No. Cat.
Cool. Well, I don't want to make it. I'll be Lizard Cult. That'll be the best way to do this. Okay, so let me check everything. Async, 2 AI players, cough AI. Autumn map, password is REN.
Oh.
Once you get there. Async, standard deck. Won't have a second vagabond. All right, create game. All right, so let me come back to your screen real quick. And well, let's have it. All right, so you want to go ahead and click on online play now. And once that pops up, okay, you've got show password games checked. So go down until you see my name. Dr. Cat Fart.
Hey, I like that.
Very giggly miggly.
What?
There we go. You went past it. You
Oh.
went past it.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Active in this case means games that have already started for you that you are already in.
Aha.
Go ahead and click on it. And
Okay.
then you said cat. How do you landed on cat, right?
It was random faction for me. So
Well, I'm
I've.
saying as far as your
Oh,
decision, you had
yes.
landed on cat.
Yes.
Yep. So yep, there you go. You ready?
I am. I like these little man.
Then lock it in.
I gotta
And
put in
then
the
let me.
password.
Yep.
Boom, 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 boom.
I heard you join whistle, and the game's gonna start. I hope you go first. Good luck,
Okay.
baby.
Don't peep on my
Oh,
cards.
you go almost. Oh yeah, no sniping.
Choose a clearing for my keep. Do 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 do.
All right, this will be very interesting. Things I can say in warning to you is the river folk, the otters, might get randomly aggressive towards you if you take the actual point lead, which is kind of a likely thing for Marquis. So just be aware of that.
Okay.
If they don't have a bunch, it won't really matter because you can afford to lose warriors way more than they can. So, but that's something that the AI will do sometimes. Da-da, yeah, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And then in a vacuum, a single mouse workshop does the most weightlifting for you. But like I said, it is in a vacuum. If you see good rabbit crafting, that's always good stuff for Marquise.
Okay. So my first question.
Uh-huh.
I forget the tip you gave me
About what?
about whether or not it's good to have a recruiter at the keep or not.
It's generally a bad thing.
Okay. I knew you told me one way or the other, but then I
Um,
couldn't remember which way that was.
do you recall Field Hospital?
That's the one. Well, yeah,
Because
no.
that's
I recall Field Hospital, but I couldn't remember if it was one of those like, yeah, you want to keep them all in one place things or something. I don't know.
well, I mean that's the thing. Like once Field Hospital kind of gets rolling, then
Oh, I
like
did the opposite of what you told me to do. Oh, well. Listen, this is my first versus game, so it's going to
oh
be a
yeah,
little loosey-goosey here. Choose where to build my recruiter.
it'll be fun.
Um,
I do like one thing about this a lot. But well, I'll go into that when it gets to my setup because I'll be setting up last. And it doesn't end up mattering in this case because I'm not holding any mouse cards yet. But I'll show you a thing to consider if Lizard Folk Cult is in the game.
okay. I'm going to have a hard time not saying the card names out loud and cooing at their art because I know you know all the art.
Well, some of them are similar enough. I might not know for sure.
Well, I mean, in particular, I mean, this one's not going to surprise you, but I got mouse in a sack, and so I immediately was like,
Hooray.
mouse in a sack," and I was like, "No, you can't say that
Hooray.
out loud." So I'm definitely going to say that out loud.
Well, here's one of the interesting things about Lizard Folk Cult. So, because I know you have a little less experience with, zero
Experience. I did a river folk tutorial,
Really?
and the entire time,
That was available to you?
yeah, the
That's
tutorials,
badass.
yeah. But
I thought you still had to get the expansion to have the tutorials. That's nice.
the entire time I played it, I forgot I could use rivers, and so I didn't.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was
That's
redonkulous.
that's really like truly their best superpower because it's a ridiculous movement ability. Anyway, it is my setup. So and I forgot that the otters actually set up last in this situation. But so because you're the marquees. You had to choose a corner, right?
And the
And
birds
be,
choose
and
opposite
be,
corner.
and because Aerie is in the game, you know that they're going to choose the opposite corner. Now, one of the things that you generally want to try to prevent the lizard folk cult from getting is 2 building slot clearings.
Okay.
And so I'm going to get one of the other corners of my choice. So I'm going to take the one with 2. Like I said, it's not a huge deal here because I'm not actually holding mouse cards.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I gotta pay close attention to these little lizard mans for a while.
Aren't they great? How fidgety they are. They're so fidgety. I love
They're
them.
so fidgety, and I love their little skull garden, and I
Yep.
just the whole mouth open, eyes wide, tongue out vibe is the delight. And do they have little? They got little butterflies, or is that the garden? That's the garden.
Garden has butterflies.
Oh, what a
So
delight!
here's what you need to know about the gardens. If there is a garden in the clearing, lizard folk cult rules that clearing.
Okay.
So there can be 0 lizard folk warriors there. There could be 7. Doesn't matter. If there is one garden there, lizard folk cult rules that clearing. That's super important. It will mess up the Aerie because the Aerie is being played by the computer and they are terrible at gardens. Because like no matter how many bird warriors Aerie has, they can't just breeze through um, a clearing with a
Oh,
garden,
right.
and they have to fulfill all of their moves before they do any of their battles. So if they end
Oh,
up,
dang.
it can end up being very easy for lizard folk to present a situation where the Aerie turmoils on move. You just need to be aware of that because you won't be able to trump cats through
Mm-hmm.
or move in and build because that's the big cat trick, right? Like, oh, I'll just move these 4 cats in and we're just gonna be neighbors. I'm just gonna build a building right here with you. You can't do that with a
You
garden
you really want
because
a Starbucks here, don't you? Come on. I know it's out in the middle of nowhere, but everybody wants a Starbucks.
well put. And so, because here's the thing that's going to happen: as soon as I click my complete setup button, uh, it's going to be a little automated. What's going to happen is the river folk is going to set up. They have to they start with 4 guys. They have to be put on a river space.
Mm-hmm.
But that can be all 4 on the same river space. The computer's usually crummy and doesn't do that. But just be aware that they might be already up in your business because your top 2 rabbit clearings are also river clearings. If they go further south, they're more my problem. So we'll see what they do. So then, as soon as they get set up, though, the area will go at the top right of the screen. If you click on the scrolly button, that's your action log, because the things will go kind of fast. But
Yes.
you'll be able to take a look at the action log scroll to see what the Aerie does on their first turn, because it won't be much. Okay, I'm gonna click complete setup. Oh yeah, that's a really good otter setup for you and a really crappy one for me. Oh wait, no, it's still bad for me, but I fooled myself into thinking I was Aerie for a minute. Oh, okay. So this is cropped up since it's my turn. So daylight, very beginning of your turn is when you will decide if you want to buy services from the river folk. Buying services means whatever the cost is, whether it's the cost can be 1, 2, 3, or 4. Whatever that cost is, you will give to the otter's economy that many of your cat warriors, and that is how the river folk company moves warriors through their economy. And if they do what's called committing those funds, then it stays in their economy. If they do what's called spend their funds, then they will go back. So, like, say at the start of your turn here, you buy a hand card from them for 2, because that's not a terrible price. You probably won't do that unless you really, 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 really super duper want a mouse card. But if you were to do that, right? So 2 of your warriors would come out of your, let me see how many you have right now. And you can click on your icon at the top left to get your playboard. So you can see like how many you have 14 warriors in reserve, you have 3 cards in your hand. And it also shows your building tracks. So if at the start of your turn you were to pay the Riverfolk Company for one of their cards, you would go down to 12 warriors in reserve, and they would have 2 of theirs in their fund. Go ahead and click on their icon,
I'm looking at the Riverfolk Company
Riverfolk
card.
Company. Yeah. You see
Oh,
how
ho,
they've
ho,
got.
ho, 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 ho. I'm
So you
sorry,
see
I
how
saw their angry little faces. It was too much for me for a minute.
all their little blue pieces,
Uh-huh.
like looking angry. Okay, so you see how there's 3 of those of theirs and 2 bird warriors in payments.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So at the beginning of their turn, one of the things they do is they move all of those things over to funds, the middle box.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you go to the top, we're on the information tab, faction details. If you go to the sun moon
Mm-hmm.
faction phase
Mm-hmm.
order, go ahead and click on that.
I did.
Great. So, you see that daylight commit or spend funds to take actions?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, uh, the way they work is they can commit. So anything in commitments and payments goes to their funds box is what recycles. Commitments is what recycles basically for their funds. If they put an order out, there's 2 ways that they can do that. If they put an order out, they can either do their recruit, which is spend a fund to place an order in a river clearing. The other thing they can do, though, which is important to know, especially for a cat, because you may end up paying for something from them, is if they spend 2 of, like, if you rule a clearing and they don't even have to have any otters there. So this, I don't want you to be too surprised by this.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, they can spend 2 cats and put a warrior and one of their trading posts in that clearing. They can place up to 3 of each suit of trading post, and they gain 2 victory points as soon as they um, build them. The impact those have for us is every place where we can always buy services from the Riverfolk once at the start of our turn. For each clearing where we have a warrior and the Riverfolk have a trading post, we can buy another service from them. So you can buy a card from their hand. If you go back out to the main game screen,
Close. All right.
and then if you take a look at the Riverfolk thumbnail, next to them is their hand thumbnail. Go ahead and click on that.
Mm-hmm.
So they've got code breakers and travel gear available for sale. So
And
one of the
so,
things you can do with them is like I said, beginning of your turn, you give them 2 of your orange warriors, and you could take code breakers or you could take travel gear. Like I said, you probably don't want to do that unless you really, really, really want a mouse card right now. Because that's the other thing. You get the free action, you get the extra action with bird cards. Very reasonable to buy a bird card for 2 warriors, for
mm-hmm.
instance.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's the other thing that you can do with Riverfolk. You can pay them for river boats. If you pay them for river boats, that means that for that daylight and eve for that turn, you can move your warriors up or down the river. You still have to follow um, the rule of clearings in that case. So unlike the otters who just get to move on the river, which is great. Third option is you can buy mercenaries. If you buy mercenaries, then for the, and this is important, not birdsong, but for the daylight and evening of that turn,
Mm-hmm.
the river folk warriors are considered your warriors for the purposes of ruling the clearing and fighting in the clearing. So you could get
Okay.
to a point where, like, if there were just like 4 otters standing around with a bunch of birds and lizards, and you didn't even have a single cat piece there, you could pay the river folk for mercenaries, and you could take a couple of actions to like swing on one of us with the river folk. So that's a nice thing that
Oh,
comes up for
interesting.
kitty cats sometimes. Um, Once I have some acolytes built up, we'll talk more about that. But let me go ahead and get on with my turn.
Yeah, this is a lot of information. It'll take me a few games playing against these folks to really get things
Oh
sunk
yeah,
in. I'm very much a learning by doing type of
absolutely.
person, but I love hearing you explain things.
So I am actually going to
Mm.
buy code breakers from the river folk at the top of my turn. So you should have seen two lizards fly to his thumbnail.
I think I did. I was looking over at our little
Oh.
talkie talks because I'm gonna adjust them. I gotta adjust them a little bit because they're blocking some important information. Here, I'll put them like this so you can. Well, no, that's just the turn stuff. Y'all don't need that. Never mind. I'm gonna leave it as is because I'm blocking the little lower right hand corner boots and hammers and cats. But that's just the stuff that I can do. That's not any information for them.
And I'm gonna need to take a moment because I need to send a bug report.
Uh-oh. Bog. All
It's
right.
it's it's offering for me to pitch cards to score Fox, but I don't have any Fox Gardens.
Oh. You have Mouse Garden. All right. Well, you got a
I
guy
have two.
there.
I
You've
have two.
Well, but they're in the same clearing, yeah? Or do you have another garden somewhere?
I just have the two mouse gardens.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so that's Lizard Cult. Okay, Lizard Cult is choosing a ritual. Okay. Oh, I gotta get up close to this Otterman. Hello, Otter.
Let me do you know the keyboard shortcut for a full screen screenshot?
Uh, I believe it is
Then
Shift Window S.
Shift Window S is a snip, and that would be
Okay,
good enough.
yeah.
Oh,
There's a, I think if you, it might be Control Print Screen or Print Screen.
oh, one of the options with Control Window S is take a screenshot.
Nice.
Great, because they're so lame. Like when you click on the feedback, there's a box to check for include logs, and I'm like, yes, of course, include logs. And then they're like, they always email me. They're like, thanks for letting us know. Do you have any screenshots though? And it's like, really? Okay, anyhow.
Oh,
So here's
oh, you killed
here's
him. You killed him.
I did not. I did not. I inducted him.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it's sacrifice, but that gains me an acolyte. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna put them both down here.
He farted.
Yeah, they kind of go, hey. Okay, so here's the thing that you can do as I go through my turns. That's important because you basically get to see my hand. Take a look at my thumbnail.
Mm-hmm.
And you should see a button with like the three main Woodland Alliance animals,
Mm-hmm.
and with the mouse in the bottom. So if you or no, so eventually, I'm sorry, that's the last old smile. But if you look at the eyeball underneath that,
It's above it on mine, but I'm looking at your Codebreaker Sapper's Dominant card.
yes. So these are all cards that I have revealed to power my actions. So you basically always get to see, and I revealed all four of the cards that were in my hand. So you basically, I'll draw a card or two cards at the end of the turn, which you won't know about, but you know what
Mm.
these cards are because that's how Lizard Folk Cult works.
I feel like there might be a mouse in that gently used knapsack. It looks familiar.
I mean, it certainly has the right size.
Oh, it's a moon for you now.
Right.
That's
It's my
adorable.
it's So evening is when I craft. I'm going to craft code breakers. I will never need to look at the otter's hand, but I certainly will want to look at your hand. And you know what? I'm gonna also craft sappers just for a little bit of impetus to not necessarily attack me. That's my turn.
All right, all right.
Draw. It is your turn, baby. So
Okay.
the otters thing will pop up. First thing.
Yep, I'm looking at them. Oh, those mercenaries are tough babbies.
Yeah, that's the guy with the scar, right?
Yeah. And I totally have not played the River Folk expansion. I think I was playing one of the challenges where you could use them. I don't fire to continue. That's what I wanted. Okay. Okay, it's giving me tutorials now. Okay.
Shit, that's great.
Riverboats treat rivers as paths until the end of turn. Mercenaries during daylight and evening this turn treat river folk warriors as your own. And we don't need to do that right now.
Yeah, that would be kind of a waste of your resources. Because
Yeah.
the best thing you could do there is like attack the area in the middle, and it's not really a good use of your time.
Nah. All right.
Uh,
So.
oh, I bet this is pictures of Hannah. Let's see.
Shh.
Well, yeah.
They
Lots of people have lots of names.
do.
Oh my goodness.
Tee-hee-hee. All right. So. I mean, I've got. What does this do again? I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it because I don't know. I can right now. Why not? Live it up.
What are you doing?
I crafted a card.
What card?
Nunya.
What? Oh, fine. I'll click on the log.
I don't know. It's the little boots.
Boots.
They were little boots.
Yeah.
Choosing an action. God, it's been like a couple weeks and I forget everything about this game. Okay. And you explained a bunch to me too.
So you can build where you rule, and where you can connect to your little wood piles. You can march, which is a move and then a move. You can battle. Then you've got the Hawks for Hire, where you pitch a bird card to get an extra action, and then you've got Overwork, which is where you pitch a suited card.
Overworked.
Overworked, where you get an extra wood by pitching the right suited card for your mill.
Can't move all the babbies that I want to move. Not
right,
safe for you guys. You're out there all alone.
Because you have to rule. I'm very restricted. We'll go back into that once it's my turn on like how I'm restricted because of the mechanics of the Lizard Folk cult. So currently, because of the Lost Souls, I would potentially only be able to attack at or moving from a fox clearing. Like I said, we'll get into that more when it gets to my turn. Because I only have one act line out.
I am gonna stop doing that stuff. Who dinged me? I thought I turned. It's the neighborhood. Neighborhood. I thought I muted you.
In the neighborhood.
Oop.
Now the neighbors can dance.
Oh, I didn't mean that. Oh, I don't know anything about what I'm doing. Jeez, oh, Pete's.
Or you can hit the back button as long as you didn't get a new card or roll dice. But yeah, you probably want to build.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna be playing haphazardly.
That's not at all haphazard. Mill at Keep is very reasonable.
Alright, so I got that. I've only got 2 actions.
2 more actions, correct. The one potential march that you could take is the northeastmost, where I've got my 2 gardens.
Mm-hmm.
That that fella could travel west to
He
the top
can't though.
rabbit,
Oh wait, he can. Never mind. Shh. I
and then the fella at the bottom fox can also go west. Or
Those
if
were
you
the two movements that I was considering. I was just vexed because of the little fella in with the otters in that mouse clearing and the fellow
he
with the
has
birds and the otters. I'm like, you guys,
right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry we have to abandon you there.
Well, there that's a tendency depending on the board. Like sometimes you'll see the marquees have a good reason to like move their remote like all together into like a band of three that kind of just like fights themselves out, if you will. Or you'll see like a contraction like you're starting to do, which is a very
Mm-hmm.
natural thing to do for marquees. You generally want to try to clamp down on 5 or 6 of the clearings, but then remember that 6 of the clearings is literally half of the map, so that can be tough.
Yeah.
Aha!
I want to get them on in there.
All right, sounds good.
Momonyms.
Now do remember that that doesn't make you rule that clearing.
I know.
Okay,
Because we're
okay.
tied and the birds win all ties.
Yeah, because they're potty poo poo. Uh-oh, there's a botto in the chat. There's a karma dump.
Oh, hey, oh, Hyperdump, hey! Yay, good for looking in the chat. Let me. Well, wait. Wayward contingent.
Yeah,
They're trying to sell me things.
yeah, that's a botto.
Oh,
Goodbye, wayward contingent.
how. Uh. Oh, sugar booger. Where ban. Ban. Oh, no. Oh, wait, no. Okay. Whew. For a minute, it says I Adventure Ren banned Wayward Contingent, but I read it as Adventure Ren banned. I was like, no, what? That's me. All right, what am I doing? Select warriors to move. Okay, well, I didn't really want to do that. I want to leave most of the rest of us where they are, but I'll move this guy out to here just to have another little friend there, just in case. Press continue. I do what I want. Oh, you working for Mouse now? What is Riverfolk Trade Post? Okay.
Let me take a look at Riverfolk here real quick. Okay, so I don't like the birds buying that much from the Riverfolk because they have given them 4 birds.
For birds.
Oh no. These pricks took out your cats.
Oh,
Okay, let's do a quick review here.
all of them. No. Okay, so here was my mistake. The mistake that I made.
Okay, talk to me.
The ambush that I had wasn't for that clearing.
Oh, you thought you were backed up by ambush?
Yep.
Okay,
But it was a rabbit ambush, not a fox ambush. That was my bad.
Yeah, so that was like better for helping them where they were. Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, quick review. The otters built 2 of their trade posts.
Yeah, I saw that.
If you click on their thumbnail, you will see that they left funds in their funds box, which seems strange, right? Because that's how you take actions. And they could have like drawn 2 cards and those guys would have gone to their commitments box and recycled, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here's another thing that otters have. It's how they can they can potentially win a pacifistic victory. They don't get to get away with this very often because it means they're not taking actions. But when they start their turn, if they have a post, for every 2 funds that they have at that point, they get 1 victory point. So
Oh, okay.
that can be a nice shot of 2 or 3 here and there, and they're slated to gain 1 point from that currently. But that's kind of what they're up to. So they're trying to establish a couple clearings worth of presence, sort of box in the area. We will probably see the Area Dynasty bought 2 cards. What we're probably going to see at some point here is the area will pay for mercenaries so that they can build roosts on those 2 river clearings. Because if the otters just sit there with more and more otters, the area will basically have to do that.
Mm.
Otherwise, they took a pretty straightforward turn. They're on the despot, so they're going to be looking for a clearing to build on. And that brings us to me, and I don't think there's any cards to buy from the river folk. Nope.
Nope.
Do I care about riverboats? Oh, just FYI, in case you happen to remember it, riverboats also lets you spread sympathy along the river if you're playing Woodland Alliance.
Oh, okay.
Very tricksy thing that not everybody knows. Nope, I'm not buying any services this turn from the river folk. Outcut. So, let's turn our attention back to the Lost Souls pile, which is empty again.
Lost souls.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's a little, it's a little
Oh. Oh,
three guys.
they look all mesmerized and drooly.
They look all mesmerized and drooly, exactly. So what this mechanically and flavor represents is who among the woodland peoples, the mice, the foxes, and the rabbits are like the most on the outs with woodland society. Those are the ones that are the most likely to be able to be pulled into a cult, right? So
Mm-hmm.
the way that's represented mechanically is every time the lizard folk cult starts their turn, any discarded cards go to the Lost Souls pile.
Aw.
At the start of their next turn, we take a look at the Lost Souls pile, and whatever suit, fox, rabbit, or mouse, has the most, lost souls, that becomes the outcast suit. Here's why the outcast suit is important. Do you see the little, when you said, oh, you killed him and I did sacrifice and it produced an acolyte for me?
Uh-huh.
So that's also a resource for me. So because the outcast suit is fox, what I can do is I can pay 2 of those acolytes to change somebody in a fox clearing to a lizard. So like if I only have 1 acolyte, so I can't do any of the conspiracies. But if I had 2 acolytes to spend, for instance, at the far right middle clearing, where the bird has 3 in a roost. You see that one?
3 in a roost. Oh, yes. I'm just looking at
So, if I had 2 acolytes, I could spend them for my conspiracy called Convert, and I could replace either your cat or one of the birds with a lizard warrior. This is also the one that lets me fight. So if I had 2 acolytes, I could spend them, and my 1 lizard could fight your cat or fight the 3 birds. I also have the option to move, if I can legally do so, to move from that clearing, and then if I want to, fight at the destination clearing.
Okay.
And my most powerful conspiracy of the 4 is Sanctify. It costs 3 acolytes, but it would, in this case, same clearing, would let me replace the roost with a garden and gain the point for destroying the roost.
Okay,
So,
that was a lot.
I understand.
But that's okay.
That is,
Every time it gets laid down, a little more of the ink picks up in my brain.
Exactly. So when we're looking at the Lost Souls, that basically runs what I'm able to do with my acolytes, and that's like my actual. Everything else I can do is about my gardens or recruiting only. I need the acolytes to be able to move my people to fight and to like fight back against people who have built in clearings that I want to build in. Is is what's up with that. I'm gonna look at your hand right now.
Code breaker.
We knew Rabbit Ambush was there, and we knew Mouse in the Sack was there. We did not know
Big
Crossbow was
reveal.
there. We did not know Crossbow was there. All right. I'm going to go into rituals. I'm going to be a little bit YOLO, and I'm just going to have two.
Yeah.
I'm going to have 2 lizards defend 2. Okay, so now you saw that I revealed. If you click on my eye, you can review them. But I revealed gently use knapsack and fox ambush. Right.
That's the one I wanted. Okay.
That's why I feel comfortable with 2 foxes or 2 lizards defending 2 fox gardens. That also lets me store. So the main way that the lizards get their points, go ahead and click on my board. If you click on my thumbnail.
Yeah.
Show you my playboard. So look at the 3 tracks with the mouse, rabbit, and fox gardens.
Yep, you've got 2 of mouse, 2
right.
fox.
And as you can see, it's real important for Lizard Cult to get to that second suited garden
to
in
get
as
the
many
extra
of them
cards.
as possible. Exactly, to get the extra card draw. Now, this is not for building the gardens. The way this works is I have to discard a card of the suit, and they have hatred of birds. So I can't pitch. I can only use a bird card for that sacrifice to gain another accolade, which is fine, but I cannot pitch it to score a garden. I can only score once per suit per turn. I'm going to pitch the fox. So this is actual discard, so it goes away. It's different from reveal.
Can I let you know some flavor changes or some flavor that I've picked up here, okay? I think that the lizards are infecting people with that brain-altering fungus.
Cordyceps?
Maybe. The one that gets ants, but like something like that. Because then they've got their lost soul. They sacrifice them to have an acolyte, but then they also have to sacrifice more of them to make these gardens, which are built off of skulls. So it's like they just get them to crawl over there in the corner and sprout. And all of their stuff is garden-wise. And if there's a garden there, they control it no matter what. It's because it's brain-altering fungus.
I think you're right, because basically the given flavor in the rules is that the gardens are just that fascinating.
Oh, indeed. Indeed. You'll almost put down Root. It's like the my turn. Ha! Okay, what do we feel like doing today? I can't do that.
Can't do that one. Can't do that one. Nah, not that one. I will BRB.
Let me look at my screen.
I'm gonna BRB for bio and soda. Can I give you bring you anything?
No, I'm good. I still got lots of tea. But if
Hooray.
All right, I'll see you soon. Hoo. Okay, let's talk about Robut. Mwahahaha. He heard me. Oh no. I heard him laugh from downstairs. Okay. So there's a part of me that's like, I want to take out this guy. Would that give me control of that to where I could get this guy out of there? Is that what I want to do? I'm just a little nervous about some of this stuff. Well, I want to take up this space. I need more bunnies. It's my turn. What have I got going on? What am I doing? Oh, I'm just looking at my screen for whether I want to do this stuff. No, I don't need that. Or wait. If I had rivers, would rivers get me to one that I'm tied to? Is this something that I can undo behind? Because if I could get this guy here and this guy, well, I don't think I would get him there. Okay. What's the mercenary thing again? Let me look at the mercenary thing. Treat rivers. You can make them mercenaries. Commit. Or dividends. That's not what I want. What can I do with them? I need more stuff. All right. So I want to do another workshop. I need to do another recruiter, honestly. All right. Let's go back here. I'm gonna decline y'all for right now. I just don't want to get fussed up with that stuff. No cards to craft. Choose an action. Okay, so first things first, I want to build.
Back.
Hello. I'm gonna build here, and it's gonna be a this, and then I'm gonna this.
Time to poop kitten.
Pooping kittens. And then I'm gonna do one more thing here and build a this. Because I did then remember that the point of cat is to build.
Yep.
Because I got overwhelmed by all the other stuff that was going on.
So here's some beautiful things about what you've done here. So, okay, you saw scoring dividends. Oh wow, that's some really bad otter play. So
Computator doesn't know what they're doing.
pretty bad. But so beautiful thing about what you did, whether or not it was conscious. This won't protect you from the otters necessarily, but they're busy being shitty at it. So you built that second workshop in the top rabbit clearing.
Mm-hmm.
Very nicely protected from the Airy by me. That's another thing to think of the gardens as. Like, if you're a neighbor of the lizard folk cult, you can basically say, like, well, the next neighbor over, like, basically can't get to me because of the gardens. That's, you know, you always have to consider a vagabond, right? Because the vagabond can freely move, doesn't care about the gardens.
Mm-hmm.
And the otters can still go up and down the river. So there's a little bit of vulnerability to those workshops due to the otters' movement ability, but like I said, they effed off down south to do stupid stuff like draw a card and score dividends. Now, if you take a look, they only scored 1 this turn, but they're set to score 3 on their next turn because they have 6 funds in their funds box. Now, here's another mechanic of theirs. It may still be bugged because it was bugged the last time it came up, but this is actually a real possible thing that could happen. Let me see, can I make it happen? No, I can't make it happen. But if the Riverfolk lose a post and have funds in their funds box, even if it's their own turn, which matters for things like ambush, if they lose a post, they lose half of the funds in their funds box.
Oh, because they were not keeping all their eggs in one basket.
Precisely.
You just have to make sure you keep them in the basket that's safe.
Right. So typically, if somebody is going for a dividends game, they will set up shop with all 4 in the bottom left clearing, and basically just like, well, as long as nobody else is there. Like, if Airy is there, that's a really bad idea, because then you just fight Airy the whole game and neither one of you win. But yeah, if you're alone with your 4 warriors there to start in the bottom left, that typically means that Riverfolk player is going for a lot of dividends. I almost never do that. I take them as just kind of a catch as catch can thing. Like, it's funny, like, I will always tell other players, like, it really, I know you get a point, but it really doesn't help you that much to kill my posts. Because the thing is, I can only have one post in a clearing. So it lets me build another one there if I've got the resources to do so, right?
Mm-hmm.
It also reduces your ability to buy my services, and that might be something that ends up helping you win, like on that turn or the following turn. So you know, there's little ins and outs of whether or not you kill the posts and when you do. We're probably going to see the Aerie try to kill the posts because one of the Despot's things is when he gets rid of cardboard that is tokens or buildings,
Mm-hmm.
um, he gains an additional point for it. So he takes out a post, that's 2 points. He takes out an enemy building in that attack, 2 points. It's very nice, and it can really add up, especially if Woodland Alliance is in the game.
Mm.
All right. All right, let me see what the otter is holding. Tax collector, I can't even craft that, so fuck right off. Do I want mercenaries? What's funny here is would I be able to? Oh, I would. Oh, and we're gonna come up on Fox being the hated outcast.
Oh,
So,
oh. When
what
I
that?
open the Lost Souls, they go, oh.
Yeah, they go. Oh. So, that's yeah. So, because the lot, and you see how the little indicator on the Lost Souls button is Fox.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what that means is that when that empties and it checks for the outcast suit, it's the same as the outcast suit that it already was.
Ah.
That makes it become the hated outcast.
Ah, jeez.
Here's what that means. That means that this turn, even though I only have one acolyte, I will be able to use some of my conspiracies because it reduces the price for them
A
by
couple, because people just hate them so much, they're extra outcasted.
right.
Aw.
And it costs you one less acolyte for each of the conspiracies. So I'd be able to convert somebody for one acolyte, which is probably what I'm going to do. Or I could fight for one acolyte, or the big one is I could sanctify for only two acolytes, like get rid of somebody's building and put in a garden, get the point for destroying the building, and, sanctify is harsh.
Sanctify!
Uh, you have a little bit of a buffer for sanctify because it's almost always better to sanctify in the Aerie to put them into turmoil, basically,
Ah.
sooner. What are we gonna do here? I'm gonna skip. That's a decline for Riverfolk, actually. And you see how it's like the little green fire on the fox now?
Oh, not yet.
Oh, you might not. That might be only on my screen.
Oh.
I
Oh.
am I am going to convert.
Somebody has a little crown on. Oh.
Oh, the crown hopping on the discard pile.
Ah. Yeah, yeah, I know I'm looking.
That the crown indicates that there are dominance cards
I
there
see
to pick
that. I
up.
see that. Yeah.
You typically don't want to try a dominance victory. However, Cat tends to be one of the ones that can best try it. I'm going to look at the bird's hand this turn. Nothing super terrible or powerful. Let me see. How many mouse roosts? Because the area is currently holding favor of the mice, but he only has one mouse roost. Okay, cool. It's still... Okay, so I'm going to score Fox again. Let's I discard that Fox card and I get the 2 points because I've got 2 Fox Gardens.
Fox garden.
Pretty Wait, no, no, no,
Oh.
no, no. No. That's not what I wanted.
Oh, you burned it down.
It was a redo.
That's a hoot. They
I'm just,
even did undo animations where they're just like, "Yep, there it goes."
and then let's go ahead and I don't want Otter to get too groggy over here. And then I'm gonna have So, so you see how that works, right? Like, bird cards are okay for Lizard Folk Cult because it lets me up that acolyte count, but the tempo of that is like then I have to wait until next turn to for the first chance to use this acolytes, etc. However, I'm feeling good because I am crafting armorers. So I have not only armorers, or not only sappers, but now armorers in turn as well. And I'm going to draw. And so this is one of the ways that like the inner intricacies of lizard folk start to come together, because when I have to pitch cards, I can start to work on shaping what the outcast suit is. Here's why the outcast suit is so important. Not only does it run like where I can do those conspiracies, like where I converted that bird to a lizard over there on the right, but the way that lizard folk cult crafting works is their only active crafting pieces on their turn are gardens of the suit of the outcast suit. So when I said I got rid of oh, it's in my Lost Souls, but I got rid of well, wherever that card is, the one that where the crafting requirement is 1 fox, 1 mouse, and 1 rabbit. Lizard Folk Cult literally cannot craft that card.
1 bourbon, 1 scotch, and 1 beer.
1 beer, right? Because for instance, the fox outcast is the outcast suit. So I was able to craft, because armors is 1 fox, and then I could craft 1 more fox, and then that would be it. Like no matter how many other gardens I have, like there's never going to be a turn like where I can craft something that wants rabbit and mouse, for instance. It's only ever going to. They have mono suit crafting. It can sometimes, like if you've got like 4 fox gardens, you're like, here's a sword and fox partisans and false orders, and that's pretty good. But if you can't get the suit right, then you're pretty effed. So I am actually.
It's interesting. It means the fungus that they cultivate each has its own desired host. So the gardens can't crossbreed.
You might be overdoing it a little with that one, but I like it. I like it.
You like everything I do.
You're right.
Well, maybe not everything.
It's in my program.
Yep. Bwahaha. Ladies, if you can't get you a man who do both, make you a man who do both. Both of what? I don't know. Choose any referred services.
You all of the following that apply.
Was I ready to stir up shit yet? I don't think so. I don't need any of this business. What am I supposed to do with all my extra cards? I'm supposed to overwork and get more lumber. That's what I'm supposed to do.
So you can overwork, or again, if they're bird cards, of course, you can ox for hire.
Macmillan and wife.
What?
I said that was Spencer for hire. I thought we were naming mysteries. I think I think I extra love it when I'm cackling and the roboter is just side-eyeing me silently. I think that might be my favorite. Our little guys have been distracting for me.
Oh, you'll get used to those.
Yeah, they're so cute. I love them.
We'll help you learn.
All right, what was I doing? I was, it's crafting phase. I can't do any of that. Shh. Choose an action.
Crafting phase. Forward. Here's that email. Appreciate any additional such as screenshots.
Yeah. I did it. I already did it, dude. Okay,
Oh no,
so...
I haven't given them screenshots because you can't. It doesn't let you paste anything at all or attach anything on their log report in game. It's like, oh, that is so useful. That's good and useful.
Oh. Oh, goodness.
I should have
Okay.
muted that. So sorry.
What the heck am I doing? I mostly cut out anyway, because the
Discord.
Discord has some of that, like, oh, you got too
Yep.
loud, bruh.
Yep. I think that's great.
I gotta think about what I want to do. I gotta get some. Okay, no, I remember.
Well,
I
that's why
remember.
we have the 3-day time limit on.
Okay, so what I am aiming to do is we are gonna do a recruit. And then we are gonna move 3 of these little fellas here. March. Beep, 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 beep. And then we are gonna move... Okay, I guess we'll move them there. That's fine. Everybody.
One thing that's working against you here is 2 of the other factions want to build also, and we don't have a vagabond, so those ruins are going to stay in place.
Yeah, I see. Nope, nope, just that many, thank you.
So you're probably ready to kind of push me around a little bit down there, right on.
Gosh, but
So
I
yeah,
feel like there was a better way to get there. You know what? I'm gonna undo a bunch.
okay.
Because there's a different way I could do this. That would take less business here. Do I want to go the whole way? No, we'll just go this way. We're gonna move the 3 of yous down here like that.
And just be aware you don't want the Airy storming in and just smushing all your stuff at your keep.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's still Fox. Is that how I want to do it?
What's still what do you mean? What's still Fox?
I'm thinking about things myself. I'm hemming and hawing myself. I'm reminding myself that my bunny ambush still won't work in that one bird clearing. Is what I was reminding myself of. You know what? I'll just move a couple of y'all here just to be a little safe. And to use up my second move there. But,
Really?
what I was really hoping to do here is plonk one of these down. Yeah.
Hey, and that's your extra card now.
Yep, yep.
Do you have another action to poop him? You sure do.
You heard my little drum. Oh, no.
What?
It's not giving... It's once per turn because I already recruited at the very beginning of the turn.
Oh, you did?
Let me... Here, we're not doing that.
Oh, did it? Oh, hang on. You can get, like... It's almost the same result if you take the action and then move, like, 1 cat back to the mouse clearing.
Okay.
Up to you. But you can undo whatever you want.
I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Oh. Yeah, yeah.
I'm really in a bad way already for additional gardens. So I'm facing the same problem as you. It's just nobody is as building hungry as the cats.
We love it. Narm, 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 narm.
I think the lizard folk cult are probably second. I mean, or Airy, but Airy is only ever putting 1 building in a clearing, so.
Forgot I still had Marching March over there. We'll do it that way.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
I'm not expecting to win against you for a few months, unless I get lucky, which does happen.
Well,
Oh,
there's a very good chance I'm just flat not gonna win, because I'm playing Lizard Folk Cult. There's lots of things are dependent on just like how the outcast suit goes.
mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
Otters on the
If
flume ride.
isn't
Approval.
that
Approval.
great? I love that animation is so fantastic. Ooh, hand cards for 1. Okay, so there it is, tax collector. It's actually in Otter's market. That's the only card that the Riverfolk is holding.
Okay.
You see how the crafting requirement? It's 1 rabbit, 1 fox, 1 mouse.
Mm-hmm.
So that is literally impossible to build for the Lizard Folk Cult. There is a landmark that gets them around that, but it doesn't.
Oh, they're hated.
We need to talk about that.
So yeah, it doesn't give me the little flame, but it did tell me the foxes are hated.
Yeah, the flame is just the indicator on my screen. I need to find the chip. I need to find the chit that doesn't have the text. Yeah, never mind. It's
The babe with the power.
stop distracting myself here. So we're going to go. I'm going to convert you here.
Oh, that's okay. Now I don't have to worry about them anymore.
Exactly. It's really not that big a deal.
They really do.
Where am I going? Where do I want to aggro birds? Right here. I'm going to build another fox guard. Groovy. Alright, so we're going to have one more acolyte. I'm going to look at Cat's Hand.
Hey.
Rabbit Ambush, Mouse in the Sack, Crossbow, yep. Visit friends and Cobbler. Cobbler, very nice. Looks like, yeah, you're gonna craft that for sure. Nothing I can do about it. That's a great card for you to have out. Be aware that's a single move, right? So it's not a march.
Ah,
So it would be like
good
literally
news.
a single move for
Good
you.
thing to know.
But it's still awesome. All of the double rabbit crafters are pretty damn good for cat because they're like a free quote unquote additional action outside of their 3.
Cat do like to move.
Move it. So we're gonna do that. I'm going to God, I hate pitching Root T, but I don't see the outcast suit becoming mouse anytime soon. So I'm gonna pitch that. For my points.
Boo, 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 boo.
Oh, the glitch that's making it look like I can score rabbit is really annoying. Oh, you know what? I'll be able to show them a new
Another screenshot.
Yeah.
Multiple
Exactly.
screenshots. Hey. I mean, there's no reason not to. I gotta have workshops there.
I think, and I think they already fixed the last thing that I reported, which was awful, honey. The last thing I reported was when somebody playing Vagabond would quit an async game, which means the computer would take over for them.
Mm-hmm.
It would give them a second torch.
Huh.
Yeah. Like the first time I saw it, I was like, "What?" It's like, am I? Is that what am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? However, I am going to start to make things a little.
No, leave me alone.
Stinkier for you up
No,
north.
no.
Oh, stinky up north. So.
You are doing little fart.
So, because of that top one and the bottom left, you will want to start paying attention to whether my outcast suit is Rabbit, because then that's when I would be able to replace people in Rabbit clearings, or replace those buildings there, or attack there. But that's all my cards to expose. I have nothing to craft.
Oh, you crafted. Oh, but
What?
is your craft stage at a different time than mine?
Yes, that's true for
Ah,
pretty much everybody. Yours is always what, end
seems
of
like
bird
first
song,
thing.
or
Yeah.
I think it's the very first thing in daylight. But yeah, um, for the cult and the underground duchy, they craft first thing in the evening.
Okay.
Probably the best crafting timing is the Corvid Conspiracy. They craft at the very beginning of Birdsong, so right after they would purchase something from the Riverfolk Conspiracy, and if they craft a card that says you may in Birdsong do this, they can then
They can
do that.
actually do it.
Yeah. So here's how we can I do. Oh yeah, discard 2 cards. Let's So that's gonna be you and the Void. If there's a tie in the suit in the Lost Souls, it will stick with whatever the current cast suit is, which is good for Lizard Folk. Basically wins the tie on Lost Souls. That is, and birds don't count in the count. So like if there's two rabbit and 2 bird cards in there, those are tied, but it would still move to rabbit. Doesn't matter right now. The suit is nothing for you to be concerned about, because additionally, part of the rule, even though the outcast suit currently is hated and is Fox, um, even though I could get rid of the cat or get rid of the building at your keep clearing, I wouldn't be able to place anything there because of the keep rules, which is only the Marquise player may place pieces at the keep clearing.
Okay.
Very important for the cat. That's the, because you have field hospital comes from the keep, and then you have the keeps like semi force field's way too strong because it's definitely not a force field, but you know nothing can be placed there. Oh ho! Oh, this will be interesting. Yeah, you've got quite a few options doing that. Yeah, there you go.
The fact that you can react and live see it is interesting. Because with all that you've talked about the asynchronous, when you first said we were setting up, I was like, well, does that mean that we'll have to like go back and forth? Like, I don't get it, but okay.
All right, but no, it just, if you click on the gear at the top right,
Yeah.
it just provides for the save and exit, because if you're in a live game, there's only feedback and resign. You can't, if you go with the live game with the 5-minute turns, plus it's 5-minute turns. You can't do that yet. That'd be very unfair to you.
I don't think that super helps me, but it sure as fuck harms the airy.
Well, you can't connect wood there, so yeah, not as much as taking out the mouse or rabbit roost, but you didn't really have an option to do that, so fair dues.
Okay, so.
One thing to consider,
Oh.
sometimes, I don't think it's a big deal here, because I think they would have just paid for mercenaries to do it anyway, but you they do have a build order, and you freed up a clearing for them to build.
The otters are there. Oh, I
Yeah,
see. The airy.
the area, yeah. The others don't have buildings.
Right.
They both advantage and drawback for them.
Okay. Uh,
Because they're basically a faction that largely doesn't have to worry about control, like, or rule rather. to stick with the jargon. It's I mean they don't ignore rule the way Vagabond ignores rule, but still, between their movement and on the river and not having buildings to build.
I have thoughts. I'm
Oh,
thinking.
yeah, take your time.
Um,
That's what we're here for.
Not this many.
I am feeling sufficiently
And
challenged. I'll tell you
there.
that, honey.
Do 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 do. Okay.
Another thing to be aware of, I did go up to 3 Fox Gardens. So with the standard deck, a thing to take into consideration is the favorite cards, of course. So if a faction has like three of a suit for crafting, and you're not sure where that favorite card is, just something to have in the back of your mind.
I was fuddling around with something to see to figure it out my way.
Oh no, that's you do what you're doing.
Thinking about things.
I'm just throwing that out there as a fact to consider. Has nothing to do with what you've been doing in your turn.
Okay. So I like all 3 of those guys there. I can't currently.
Hard to beat 3 in a clearing.
Yeah, I can't.
I mean, unless you have 6 in clearing. But... G.
All right, I want to check something here. Now, if we were to say, like, is there a way we can turn off ruins?
Nope.
Uh-huh.
Part of the unique ecology of each game is, in this game, one of the balancing factors is the 3 of us are fighting over build slots while the otter is kind of laughing at that.
Okay. This is my second move. This is still my first move. Okay, so I might be able to pull that off.
That's right, you bought mercs.
Yeah. So I can at least get this little fella out of the major harm's way. We've got a nice layer of those little guys in between us and the Airy.
That's good. That's good instinct. You did the kind of thing that, like, this point in the game sort of asks for, is like, be ready for shit to go down. So getting to that point.
Mouse in a sack. Mouse in a sack.
I'm gonna start to get kind of violent here because I've got some good stuff to back it up. We'll see what happens.
Wait a second. Something to use crafted cards. What crafted card?
Cobbler.
Oh.
Cobbler is at the start of evening. Only thing I would...
Well, the only thing I'm thinking of is my one guy at base going over to my twofer.
I would say the kind of the opposite.
Oh.
I would consider even just a single warrior going back to the keep.
Okay.
So
I'll go for my four top.
Only having one just kind of sucks because it means if somebody's fighting you at the keep, you're only getting one max back from Guild Hospital.
Oh, I gotta discard some.
Yes. So here's where take a look.
I gotta look at my lost souls.
Take a look at the lost souls. So Hated Fox is pretty decent for me right now. So if you're able to pitch a rabbit or even a mouse comfortably, because one of the other players might pitch a mouse, but rabbit definitely, because then it would switch the upcoming outcast suit to rabbit. So if you have a rabbit in your hand that you don't care about, definitely pitch it. And then you will put me off of Fox for outcast and for crafting.
I have a question.
Oh, okay.
On the little placards that are on the card,
Uh-huh.
for me, the little
Right.
wooden signs of here's what this costs.
You have the mouse crossbow card, right?
Yes.
That is a mouse card, regardless of the crafting requirement, if
But
that's what you're asking.
but the crafting requirement, do I have to control the clearing or have a workshop in the clearing or have any building in the clearing?
Oh, fantastic question. So for cat, that is where you have a workshop. So currently you could only craft 2 single rabbit, like the boots, or one of the double rabbit cards. So that's effectively just a mouse card for you. However, one of the considerations is if there is, well, first of all, if you can craft it, it's a good idea to do so, which you can't, because there's only one crossbow, so that means nobody else can craft that. If the vagabond's in the game, that's a decent. The crossbow, the T is number 1, and then the hammer and crossbow are good cards to kind of like sit on if you can.
Well, let me show you.
Because sometimes.
Because there's my discard. And I
All right,
was
let me look.
asking because
Okay, we need to crunch. Is he still holding? Yeah, he has lots of funds. We need to crunch the posts.
oh, we can fight them?
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna fight the yeah. Oh no, the outcast isn't gonna be Fox. Yeah, we really need to smush their. Okay, so I could. Oh, here's what I could do though. No, I can't, because that's a mouse clearing. So this is the whole thing. If you click on the otter, you see all of his funds are in the funds box, right? That's 5 victory points if he starts his next turn with all of those in the box.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we gotta knock out one of those things.
I can't because the outcast changed. Hit. Okay. Oh well.
Well, I sure stymied you with the outcast change.
You did. Which is good. No, it's one of the things you need to do, or the lizard folk can like shoot way ahead. He's still just holding tax collector, of course, because he hasn't been drawing any cards. Wait. What about? Hang on. What about riverboats? Oh no, because I don't rule enough. Alright, so just so I don't feel dirty and have it in my hand, and you kept me from being able to craft it, so I'm going to pitch that favor of the fox to score points. I'm going to look at the Ares hand. Ares doesn't have anything too interesting. They've got the bird crossbow card. I'm going to try to get in here where one of his posts is anyway. Definitely post. Put another pro there. You laughed enough that it cut out. That was fun. And there, if you note, I'm holding Bake Sale, one of the coins, 3-point cards. But I have no rabbit gardens. It's a big problem for me. So speaking of which, no, I can't score rabbits. Stop doing that, game. Recruit up here. Nothing to craft.
I gotta say, most of this is me just being happy when I remember a rule as opposed to truly trying to win the game. I'm like, I remember, oh, this is a strategy I remember. Oh, this is a thing I should do. Okay. Let me go ahead and... No, thank you.
And in any case,
Don't think I need any of that.
in any case, any level of Marquise player would have absolutely made that move against Cult, specifically because it would lose them their keep if that Favor of the Fox goes off.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
I was not super interested in that because that destabilizes you completely against the river folk and the Airy, which I mostly don't want. Because it's that thing that a lot of people who've played a lot of Root don't understand, where you often, pretty much always, need to look at something as, well, that's going to make things too much better for two of my opponents. Like, oh, I'm wiping so-and-so out, right? Like, great. But there's two of your opponents that helps a lot. And in this case, they both have more points than I do, so, you know, not really, we're neck and neck. Mathematically, I should pull ahead of you at this point, because I'm consistently filling my hand, so I should be scoring Mouse and Fox at this point, which is 4 points a turn, which is good. But I've got to win, because the Otter's essentially already at 17. They're going to go to 17 start their turn, unless you're going to go fuck their shit up, which would be so wonderful.
It would be great. It's not what I'm doing right now.
Don't quite have the wherewithal. Yeah, no, I get it. Beating up the bird is also worthy. Oh, good roll.
Oh, you saw my roll before me. Oh, that's exciting. You had a preview.
I saw the 3-1 before you did?
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
Is that one cat? You don't want to feel it. That's.
I super don't wanna, because I'm fucking doing this.
Okay. Oh, that was the only thing you could pitch for hospital.
Yeah.
Yup, you building.
Yeah.
Doing it. Getting her dead.
All right, now stay alive, y'all. Oh wait.
Oh, you trying to craft? You trying to craft Fox?
Maybe. I'm just trying to have stuff in places.
Oh, yeah. There you go. You got another little movie move.
Just have this little guy teeter-totter over there.
You still got to pass the turn.
No. Is there an auto done? No.
There's not, sadly.
So when we play Terraforming Mars, we have to use these characters still. Animals in space.
I love it.
I was thinking of making little fish bowls to go on their heads for when we're in space.
Did you do that on purpose, love?
No. What did I do?
You turmoiled the area.
Ha 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 ha! I wasn't looking at what they were doing. For a minute, I thought I'd pressed a key accidentally.
Well, that's nice. That's also nice, because that also means that if I'm not able to punish, okay, so Hated and Rabbit.
Oh my gosh! Oh, this is the best. Okay, the bottom right, but second in clearing has all four of us.
Yeah.
It's like a little school photo. That was your lizard. That's what he was doing.
And why not?
Is it my turn? Oh, now it's you. I'm going to run a 1-minute ad break.
Okay.
It doesn't do anything for us, but it makes money. And I actually remembered it because most of the time it'll just run on its own. And then I'll be like, oh, I can't start ads because I just ran ads, I guess.
Wah, wah. Let's do. Yeah, we're gonna do that. And yeah, we are definitely going to pitch in and deliver. Or actually, what are you doing? Oh no, you still gotta. You're still trying to score 5 points. It's gonna put you at 22. That's worse shit. I can do nothing about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have a whole
What?
pair of boots.
What do you mean?
I crafted boot twice, so now I have an actual set of boots.
Hilarious. Okay. Okay, yeah, let me pop up here too. Maybe I can get the outcast to go mouse and we can finally. I'm pretty sure you'll
Hey,
be able to
Sumkey's
go.
here.
Awesome. I think you'll be able to punish him at the central mouse. I think you'll be able to destroy that post where the 5 birds are. Hopefully. Because if not, then he's going to start his turn at 22 and it's
Oh, that's rough. Okay. So, Lizard Cult is choosing a ritual.
I am. But let me hurry up and do that.
Ah.
I apologize, but I do need to consider messing with you there.
Don't.
Well?
Stop. I shouldn't have made those both sawmills. I'm vexed at myself for that.
Workshops?
Are those both workshops? Oh, yeah, they are. No.
I do.
Yeah.
I do that all the time too. Don't worry
They're
about
tink,
it.
tink, tinks. Not
I'm looking at your hand.
Peep.
Oh! Well, that's nice, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good to know. Oh, because I almost attacked you.
I need you to know. I need you to know that this is a different mouse in a sack.
What?
I discarded mouse in a sack a while back and redrew it.
That is the same card. There is only one. There are other cards that make us the sack. There are 2 other cards that make the sack, but I think only one of them is mouse in a sack.
Interesting.
I might be wrong because one of them is a fox card with a different name, and I don't know if there's like 2 copies of mouse in a sack or what. I'd have to look.
We'll have to review the footage. Root's going well. We're still on our first game.
That's ideal.
Yeah.
It's ideal.
Oh, whatever happened to you? Oh, you got your mouse thing that you wanted.
Mouse to discard.
Mouse rejects. Okay.
Mouse to discard. That's very good for me.
All right, let me see. So I can't hire them as mercenaries to attack their own shit, right?
They are not able to attack.
They're not gonna do that. I'm shocked.
Now you would still be able to attack them even if you pay for them as mercenaries. If you ever had a turn where that made sense, which is possible. I don't think it's now, but that is legal. They wouldn't fight. They would defend against you at like normal.
I'm doing something, and I think
Gonna feel good.
I think it might feel good.
Let's take a look here. Okay. All right.
I think it's gonna feel pretty good.
Yeah, you currently fulfill the requirement.
Uh-huh.
You do still want to go mess up, um, the otter.
Okie dokie, I will. But if I'm not mistaken, does that mean I win the game once this like sorts out?
What do you mean once this sorts out? No, you have to begin your turn
Ah, okay. That's what I was.
ruling 3 rabbit clearance.
All right. So, for me to get up there with all the people that I want to get there with.
And in true 2-player game, like if we were to play a set of games as just Marquise and Airy,
Mm-hmm.
you take the dominance cards out.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. They're the most useful in 3-player overall. But
Mm-hmm.
they're actually the most useful to the Vagabond, because what the Vagabond does with them instead is they form a permanent coalition with the other player who is the furthest back on the scorch. So basically, whoever's in last place, they do a permanent alliance with them.
Oh.
But there's lots of situations where it's like, oh, sure, that person's in last place, but it's by 1 point and it's their turn next. So you can be like, okay, I'm in a coalition with Lauren, and I'm going to go over here and kill whoever that is. And then I'm going to go over here and kill all of Sumkey's birds, right? And then it's like, you would go next and be like, great, I go in and destroy their buildings. Because basically that means like whoever they're coalitioned with,
Mm-hmm.
when that person hits 30, the Vagabond also wins. But the Vagabond can no longer score points. So they basically win or lose with their coalition partner. I love doing it in games with the Lizard Folk cult, in fact, because often they will trail in points until the mid game, and then especially with a boost from the Vagabond, can just start scoring like gangbusters from perfect. Only 2 dividends. Okay, they patched that up. Because for a while there was a glitch where no matter how many funds the Riverfolk had, they would lose 1 fund if they lost a post. And do not rule the river anymore, friend.
I'm sorry, you come to my house and you think I haven't been holding on to that rabbit ambush from the first
Ever
turn of the game?
or ever.
We all knew about it.
Right. Yeah, in a live game, like that's such open knowledge. Oh yeah. Speaking of beginning of the game, that's how long I've had sappers. So take that, nerd. 0-0. Shaw. I was like,
Rudy,
whatever.
Rudy, Rudy, Rudy.
Gets rid of the bird. All right. So we have to keep a little bit of an eye on the Riverfolk, but because they're at 21, but they're honestly in shit shape right now.
Well, and I gotta worry about you tapping my ass in my rabbit clearings.
Well, look at the outcast suit.
It's my, so you can't do anything.
I actually already skipped all of that because I only had 1 acolyte. So
Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
But I wanted it to be outcast more than I wanted to necessarily attack you.
Well, that benefited me in the long run.
Because I think all I have to do is prevent the condition. So
Oh no, my birds.
we do this, and you no longer rule that clearing.
You biscuit.
I am a big old biscuit. And then we're gonna score mouse. And then I have no more in reserve, so I can't do any of the other things. But I'm sure as fuck going to craft root tea. Because there is no vagabond in the game, so hell yeah, I'm crafting root tea.
Because if there is a vagabond, they can come get you.
They can aid for
Drink
the
your
tea,
tea.
and that's their That's their. If you want Vagabond to not win, and you can keep them from having tea, that's probably the easiest way to do it. Ooh, I have a discard available. Let me look at I'm going to pitch this.
My birds! Oh no, my birds!
My birds, my bird. Oh, good. And I've got 2 mouse in the discard. I'm feeling good. That's a lot of cats, though.
Dumbledore sees a cat that he knows.
My suggestion would be march almost all of those keep cats to the top 2 rabbits. So then you can start even trying to basically be sitting on 4 rabbits, because then that's what makes it impossible to stop.
That was my inclination. All right. As far as what those guys are doing. What gives otter points?
Building their posts.
Okay, and paying them. Okay.
Building their posts is takes 2. So they would only be able to build a bird post right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it would have to be somewhere where birds are ruling. So one of those 3 clearings, so they can get it. And they can't build where they already have that mouse post. They're also really good at crafting, but they're not holding anything to craft. But they're also good at drawing cards.
I'm gonna undo that. Still doing this, but I want to do it with 3, so it takes you a turn or 2 to get. Although you could just chuck a bunch of those guys over, I guess, but listen.
Well, if I have to overcommit, then like you could even potentially slip through to the bottom right corner at some point as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so. One thing you can absolutely count on the computer Airy player is to just have absolutely no recognition of a human about to win a dominance victory. like the computer kind of knows how to do it, so it has something coded into it for the dominance, but it just absolutely will be like, oh, you got 3 rabbit clearings, nice. I'm gonna go to 18 points. Pass. Like, okay then. Oops.
Okay, I can only recruit once per turn. I've got these guys doing things. I think I'm gonna go ahead and move.
Money.
What?
I said making money.
Making money. I'm gonna move. Oh wait, no. I'm gonna move you here. And then you here. Alright, I'm cool with that. It's not the most efficient, but... Oh, and then I still have a move. I don't want to move anybody. I don't feel like moving anybody. I'm not going to move anybody.
Riverfolk Company? But I thought...
They're fighting you.
I thought you would have noticed that I have armors. Why are they fighting me and why there?
They love me. They love me. They support me. They support my reign.
Okay, so we talked about how when I do that pitch a bird card thing, I get an acolyte, and that's how I convert and sanctify and things.
Mm-hmm.
That also happens when I lose defending warrior pieces. So I now have 3 acolytes.
Everybody's coming after your butt. Why?
It made absolutely what's going on? Yeah, that's like I mean, he has to fulfill his decree, but what the hell?
Everybody supports my reign. That's what this is showing me.
Oh, oh no, no, here's what happens. Because this is part of what goofs up their dominance radar.
Mm-hmm.
So now what triggered was the computer players noticing that I am the human with the highest point total above 15.
Mm.
Because you're in dominance, so like
Mm-hmm.
even though you are set up literally to win the game, and one of those clearings was where I got attacked even. So it's hated mouse though.
Fargo's here. Hello,
It is
Fargo.
it is hated mouse, so I think it's gonna have to be on as Donkey Kong, as the kids say, my love. Let's start easy peasy here and just do this.
We should set it so that your smiley face defaults to adventure robot.
That would be great. Wait, you got another. I forgot to look at your hand. Oh, I can't look at your hand yet. That's right.
Dooka dooka doo.
Well, that didn't go great. But since I still have 3, how are we gonna do that? Let me look at the decree. Decree there's a rabbit recruit. Oh, he's got 8 birds there. Good God. Still rule there. I still need to do something because the damn computers won't. Let's give this another. Let's give this another whirl. Oh, come on with the dice. What's fun that like that just does it. Like I'm gonna have to be happy with that.
You win all ties.
Let's do this because this really is painful for otters. This.
Ugh. Boo, 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 boo,
This may
boo, boo,
seem
boo.
surprising, but it's gonna make sense in a second. Now I'm gonna look at your hand. I bet it's gonna be real familiar now.
It's all different stuff, but it's
Oh, well, that doesn't matter anymore because you're on dominance, so you don't care about what? Well, it doesn't matter that you have favor of the boxes, frankly.
yeah, I was gonna say it's a whole bunch of stuff that I'm not gonna be using anytime soon.
Do I YOLO like that just to try to? Yeah, I think I have to try my best, right? Gambate? Gambare?
Gambate Rumba-san.
Gatorade? Yeah, fuck it. There goes Mouse Ambush.
Something made me laugh. He said you win all bow ties.
Went all Botox. Oh, that's right. Okay, I spent those, so now I do have reserve warriors, so now I can go ahead and actually roll here. And then I'll go ahead and throw another bro here. And then not sure what the bird's over here doing, but that's 8 fucking birds, so I'm just gonna go throw numero cinco lizard bro over there. Craft motherfucking root tea for 23.
Mm.
That's a good turn. That's a good turn for lizards. All right. So you don't really have to. They're not scoring any dividends. So there's no need to butts. They're kind of killing themselves at this point. So you know what your job is. You want to find all the rabbit cards you can find and hang on to those clearings, and the old hospital is necessary. The nice thing about the rabbit dominance is 2 of them are right off of your keep.
Yeah.
That's very hot. Chetty hot.
Let's
You're
see
really...
here.
Oh shit.
So I want you.
You could go back down into that mouse and build even if you want. That wouldn't. Ignore me. That's a bad move right now. You actually no longer need to build unless shit gets blown up in your rabbit clearings, and it's still. Oh, you paid for river boats.
Mine.
So, if you look at the Outcast, or Lost Souls rather, yeah, it's looking like it's going to be Fox, because there's 2 Fox cards in there. That means it's going to go back to the more expensive conspiracies for me. I have no acolytes, so your shit's pretty safe for me now.
Okay.
Which means that if you feel like it would be a good idea, oh, okay, you didn't have enough actions, but if you like, because of the relative safety from my mechanics, even though it would give me acolytes, that would have been a relatively safe turn to beat on those 6 lizards.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. But you did it beautifully. Like, just great ruling, and being able to pitch that rabbit for field hospital is what's 9 times out of 10 is gonna win this situation for you. Here, let's watch as otters do nothing to you. Oh shit! Didn't do much. A 3-3 would have been goddamn hilarious there. Oh, yuck! They're actually going at you. Oh shit! All right, we got to band together so the otter doesn't beat us at least.
Oh no!
That's hilarious. No clue why he did that. That's a really bad idea for
Oh, but now he's doing this.
I'm just gonna replace his otters.
Burns.
But that got him 0 points, and he drew no cards.
Yeah, but it busted me.
It did.
Poop,
It did,
poop.
which is technically fine with me. But we
Yeah.
do kind of want to. The 2 of us together want to try to get him out of that one if we can. Like, that also behooves me. All right, but let's see how close to just 30 I can get. What can I do with Fox Outcast? That's at all cute.
Somebody making puns.
I still can't do anything because I mean, you'll go first, but the thing to be concerned about is any otters rolling into that completely undefended keep clearing. Does attacking the birds make any sense? No, I don't want to spend 2. For the card I can't play. Some more acolytes. I mean, invite some more faithful into our fold. Cards to craft. That sucks. Oh,
Here,
that's
eat this spore.
eat of it. Eat of it. Um. I mean, I think things are overall better for me if it's rabbit. How come you say you monkey when you got little powder puff tail like rabbit? Rabbit.
Rabbit.
Actually, it's better for me to pitch that. Gapate! Adventure Ren. Hell yeah, Field Hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not worth onesies.
I
If you deem it what, like if your hand is crammed full of rabbit, yes,
yes.
go for it.
I don't
Excellent.
I don't need to make this card. I want to. The protection racket teases me. I'm like, I don't need to be doing this. I
Nope.
could just, no. Okay.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, but you know.
Okay, so I think.
And this is also, we're definitely past the point where, unless it's, you think it's going to get you the game locked, do not give the Riverfolk any more funds. That's usually around like the 15 to 18 zone is when to start thinking about that. It doesn't mean never, like nothing is never in Root, so.
Just thinking about some things here.
Thinking about how much fun rolling 0-0
Just doing
is.
absolute fuck all. Yeah. Cool.
That always hurts so much more with marquees because I'm like, oh great, 33% of my turn was just a fart. The 4 cats, I guess, couldn't find that one bird or something. He was all like, so how did you? What's the best way to make my face for emote?
I don't exactly know. If you click on your little emotes
Oh, I
used,
do
you
have
should
them.
have it under Adventure Ren. But I don't know off the top of my head how to make it feed to one of your little guy to just a keystroke, because that's why the other little face shows up. It's because it's the D face. D face. Okay, so do I want to do the thing that I was still gonna do? I think I'm gonna do it slightly different.
I like that this one is in here and that it is Bible Thump is the name of it.
Oh, that is kind of funny. Let me try. Let me do this way.
This ought to be interesting.
Oh yeah, some key drops puns. Like a master. Okay, we're gonna give this a try.
Also, before you go too much further,
Uh-huh.
I would strongly counsel you to stop giving any shit about that fox clearing.
Any shit at all? Even just leaving a dude there to guard it from this bird just killing it?
Bird just killing it gets them to 15, where things stand. And they're only scoring 2 or 3. They just turmoiled, so they're gonna have like 3 or 4 actions next turn.
Okay, then I'm gonna do this a wee bit different.
They do have an attack. It's just that you literally want to dump every orange kitty you can into a rabbit clearing.
And my keep.
And keep like 2 or 3 on your keep, yeah. But because of people attacking you, you're at this point going to end up having lots of cats at your keep.
Mm,
on a given turn.
on any given
Well,
Sunday.
I don't think I'm going to be able to do much to you this go round, but I may be able to just win. We'll see. I'm not holding any. I can't score. I'm not holding any fox or mouse, unfortunately. Like there's any place where I can build and rabbit, of course. Look at the frickin' bird just over there camping that corner.
Which one do I want? We'll do this one. All right. Oh, ooh. Ooh. Oh, wait, no, because I would have had to have them there. You know what? We are going to do this. And we're going to go ahead and take these guys down there. I love their little steppy steppies. Oh, that's funny. From very far away, the Isaacs looked like hamburgers. I was like, who posted little hamburgers? But no, it's Cryface.
Hamburger.
Hamburger.
Nice. And that's all the cats.
Oh, you coming at me again, Rosif?
Interesting to see if the cat goes and fucks with your wood pile or not. Dang.
They want to take me out.
The otter is actually trying to keep me from winning. That is fucking crazy. It's so rare.
They're trying to come get me one more time.
Oh, you opportunistic little prick. I mean, he also did what he needed to do. So.
Yeah, I mean, computers want to win too. Oh, right. Not quite enough.
Let's see. Oh, no, there's... The bird has been out of it for at least a round. Fox.
Should have done the thing I thought I ought to do.
Well, this is where it just...
They're teaming up on me. They're teaming up on me.
I'm actually going to bite. I can't bite Tax Collector. I don't have any warriors in reserve. Oh, God. That would be 3 points. I could definitely win it if I had... What's he asking for cards? 1. You fucking... Oh, well, anyway. Maybe I'm wrong. Do I do conspiracies and then him? Well. Yeah. So just do it. Because it's a garden. And that will fuck with your reinforcements. Like, I really want to kill more otter, but there's only one otter on the board. He's just in really shit shape. I guess
kill their little trade post.
Huh?
Kill the little trade post they have down there.
That's a point for me, but it doesn't really help against them winning, scoring more points. Because they have... Well, they don't have any birds. I would not be surprised if they pop up a post and swing at your left mouse. Even if you... Well, you'll have your turn before they can do that. I'm just still trying to piece together if I can win. I'm gonna look at the Ares hand. Just because the computer area has a bird ambush. Oh, that's a little alarming. They got Favor of the Mice back in their hand, and they do have 2... Oh, it would be like nearly impossible for them to get onto a third mouse roost. Man, it's still letting me. So dumb.
Y'all should fight.
Y'all too. Well, no, what I was thinking was I would finally get
Ah, nuggets.
Indeed. All right, this is actually interestingly tense for having two computer players who have done just some dreadful things this game. Oh, I'm pretty sure that Outcast is gonna be Rabbit. Good God. Duplicate. There we go.
Thum, thum.
I love the music in this, even.
I mean, I might as well. And that's not going to do me much good. Alright, choose an action. Well, I'm not going to be able to build a recruiter anytime soon. Though, saving my recruit to the end of the turn is no thing. How do I want to handle that? I think I'm going to handle it as such. I'm going to move some of y'all up here. Not too many, though. I don't want to overdo it. And then we'll take some of y'all up here.
Can't Mountain undo. It already been done. Mountain did.
Oh. Why did I do that? I shouldn't end there, but for right now I can... No, because I don't have control because you got a ding-dang garden there.
That is the superpower of the lizards. Is the motherfucking gardens.
Okay.
You gotta get in there and swing on me.
I was doing it weird anyway for getting there because I forgot that's where I was going. So this worked out anyways because it was a bad choice. But that's the only way I could go. Okay, well here's...
This is the garden.
It's like a gosh darn garden, sir. Okay. How do I want to do it? Okay. So I think I know what I'm doing, and this might end terribly, but this is how it's going to happen.
Well, it's in your favor, so there's that. And you could, in one action, be back to ruling this clearing. And the otter's really spinning his wheels because he's losing one of those funds every time he puts a new otter in that space, and he's done that a few times. That's not what you wanted, but...
It's not. So, can only the vagabond use the crossbow? Okay.
The the what the items do is irrelevant unless you're the vagabond. Well, and or Lord of the Hundreds.
Okay.
But even for Lord of the Hundreds, it only matters what, like, they're like the boot goes on this track or the coins go on this track. It still doesn't even, and it, well, okay, I'm gonna shut up because it matters for another thing. Using to talk about.
Things keep getting more complex the more cards you put in the game.
Exactly. And it's interesting because, like, what the Lord of the Hundreds wants to do is not complex. What the fuck, mate? What are you doing? That is gibberish. Do you see how little sense that makes, love? Like, that is just gibberish. Like here, let me help the cat out with the game. Let me see if I can't give the game to the cat.
Oh, well, no, they hate me too. But defo.
Like, look at their funds situation, though. It's god-awful. Oh, and look at the greedy little bird is going to make things easier for you, too. Yeah, look at this dumbass. All right. Now I think I can take it home. So,
Okay. Okay.
let me make sure. This fox is going to score me 3, because I did draw a fox card. Which made 29. Yep, so I just have to sanctify, and we're all good. So,
Rumble, rumble. Aww.
seal things up in the north.
You.
We worship dragon here. Oh, that's the other flavor. I didn't mention the other flavor point. The entity that the cult is in worship of is dragon.
Oh.
Like that's, they're like, oh yeah, we worship dragon, all powerful, all knowing, all seeing, and everybody else is like, the fuck are you talking about? But then sometimes the other people are like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And then here's my fox card. Nicely done. Nicely done, Adventure Red. Are you growling because you didn't win?
Yes.
Hooray! That's the fire in the belly that I want. And you. No, here's what I want to say, and I don't, and like, just yell stop if I sound condescending, because it's not. We had that conversation where I pointed out, like, the building situation where we were like fighting for build slots, and it was really shortly after that you said, fuck it, I'm going for it with the rabbit dominance. That's exactly when you want to consider something like that, because you were going to run out of, like, you were going to have
there was not spaces for me to put stuff.
No more space.
So yeah, I can't do that one. I can't do that one.
And the otters got to almost steal it on the basis of so yeah, I would say on the basis of how things went, especially since it did get down to the 3-on-1 against you.
Yeah.
You were actually in second place. It's just that the app has
it doesn't know where to put those. Oh, but look how honorable the bird looks. He's like, oh, I fought, but I lost, but I stand here stoically. And then I'm just fucking passed out.
Holding my hurt arm. yeah, it's really unfair that you got the dead.
It's a nap. Cats always be napping. That's what they are. That's what it is.
I closed on my side. That's
rude, all right. Woohoo! Well, as always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and have a great night out there. Thanks to everybody who came by and saw us. We had like 3 different visitors.
Yeah, thanks everybody. Whoever's still there.
Yeah.
Good one. Bye.
Bye.